Hello and welcome to another episode of YOLO, the show where I only live once. Today we're taking a look at Zenzizenzic, a game I reviewed last week. I fell in love with the dual-stick shooter almost immediately, going as far as to call it the year's best dual-stick shooter. Now we're going to see how far I can get using nothing more than a single life. So in order to make this work, we're going to go ahead and use the Gauntlet mode, which will allow us to play through all of the levels one after another. We'll go with the normal difficulty. Just gonna go with the standard weapons, and yeah, let's do this. Okay, in case you didn't watch my review, let me bring you up to speed a little bit. I'm that little blue guy. Actually, I'm the little dot in the middle of the blue shell, that box. The idea here is that I want to just shoot down as many enemies as possible and pick up their remains, pick up the weapon and shield upgrades, and just survive just as long as possible. This is just a pretty standard dual-stick shooter in that sense, but I think you'll see that it goes off the rails here pretty quick. This is a bullet hell variety dual-stick shooter, which you don't see a lot of, and very few of them are done this well. Alright, so like I said, the only thing I have to worry about is the little dot in the middle of the box. So I can avoid almost all fire and enemies just as long as I keep that in mind. Okay, all those items I'm picking up add to the multiplier, which is up in the top left corner. That's going to make my score huge, especially if we stay at this for another 10 minutes or so. I'm just going to zip around here, and this is just the very beginning of how many bullets will end up on the screen. It gets real chaotic, but it's weirdly fair. I wasn't expecting that. A lot of these games aren't fair. They're built around memorization or just being lucky, but this one's fair. You know what I didn't realize, this game comes with a little biography, a making of. And I didn't realize it, I didn't even read it until halfway through reviewing the game, but I didn't know that this was done by a single person who had never made a game before and was just learning how to code. I thought that was not just inspirational, but he's doing a better job than a lot of studios that have been making games for years. Each of the levels has a different look and style, a different color scheme. They feel real different. Hopefully we'll get to maybe the second, hopefully the third level, and we'll be able to show you at least a little bit more of what this game has to offer. If not, definitely take a look at my review. I'll show you a few of the later levels and what stuff looks like on harder difficulties. It's pretty intense. But I've gotten pretty good at this first level, so I see myself getting through this without dying. And the neat thing is that I could buy back in if I wanted to. I have almost 3 million points, as you can see at the top there. And if I were to die, I could add another life by simply spending 500,000 points, which takes it down quite a bit. But if we keep going, I'm going to be, I don't know, 10 million, 15 million? So sometimes it's worth it, especially in the Gauntlet mode. I suppose that's... Oh, okay. So here's the bonus level. This is one of my big sticking points with the game. We can't do anything. This comes every time you've earned a certain amount of points. So let's just go into it, and I'll show you what's going on here. There's no shooting, no enemies or anything. We're basically just dodging. This feels like a bad iPhone mini game. So, again, it's just the little guy there in the middle, that little dot that I have to worry about. And this maze is intended to be tough. It's not easy, but I'm getting points for every second that I... Oh, come on, okay. This is the tough part right here. So hopefully I can... Alright, home free. Now let's just... No! Oh, come on! Okay. Well, Now, you see, that ends, and it just kind of drops us here, and it wants us to just go back into the gate, which is dumb. It should just pop us out right to the boss fight, which is where we're going next, but whatever. That's so stupid. Alright, this is going to be our first boss. I don't believe they're named, but you'll see their life at the top of the screen there. This guy isn't too bad. You can shoot a lot of his bullets, and the other ones are easy to dodge. Oh, this is going to be, you can see I'm also using my alternate fire shots, my homing missiles. Kind of been saving them for right now. There are a bunch of extra weapons, bonus weapons you can buy. I'm a big fan of these homing missiles. I'll save the big stuff for you to explore, because you should pick this up. This is a lot of fun. I think that if I shoot any part of him, his life still goes down, but I'm still going to just focus on his core. Yeah. He's almost dead. Just a couple more seconds. Okay, we've got him right. There we go. Alright, look at that. Now, as you can see, we're going to move on to a different color scheme, and a bunch of different enemies and patterns, but the same general principle, same theory. So let's make our way through this. The game really, really picks up in the third level. Boy, and the fifth stage, the black and white stage, is both striking, but just devilishly difficult. You're definitely not going to see me get up there in a single life. But if you're looking to unlock everything, then you should first unlock the gauntlet mode here, and then just play it a bunch of times, because it's easy to earn, 10, 15 million points, and that opens up almost anything after just a couple of plays. Just dodge all these guys here. Trying to aim towards their middle. Almost up to 10 million already. The only real downside I have here, besides the bonus stages, of course, which are forced on you, the only real problem is that there's not a lot of content. It probably needs another 5 or 10 stages, but maybe they'll add that over time. Or maybe they'll expand on this idea in a sequel. Perhaps we'll get an extended version if this comes to consoles, which it should, because this is as good as most of the console. Oh, man, oh jeez. This is probably my favorite dual stick shooter since Everyday Shooter, which big fan of. Oh, I hate these guys. Okay, just have to dodge it. You have to kill those before they throw too many of those lasers out. Ah, away from that. I'm surprised that guy didn't kill me. Oh, okay. And that's Zenzizenzic, which is out now on Steam. It's definitely worth getting if you're a fan of dual-stick shooters and unlocking stuff. I'm currently hard at work on a bunch of new reviews, including Tembo the Badass Elephant, Deception 4 the Nightmare Princess, and Way of the Samurai 4 on Steam. I'm also planning on posting a couple of more YOLO episodes this week, so hopefully we'll take another look at Streets of Fury EX and Skyflower in the very near future. If any of this sounds interesting to you, then I recommend you hit that subscribe button and support what we're doing here. We have a bunch of new content going up every week, and some of it's actually worth watching. Until then.